Okay, so now let's jump in and start making our product designs. We have to make our product design before we can make our product. And if you remember, we're going to make a pit bull, pit crew shirt. And we need to make the design. We're going to do a pit bull on the front, and then it's going to have behind it in the background, we're going to have some cars back there. And we'll see what else we add. We're going to play around with HubCart and see if we can come up with some cool stuff. And then we'll finalize our design with some words. We'll put on pit crew, probably just leave it just like that, pit crew. And then we will go make some mock-ups and all that in the next video as we set up the product. So for now, what I'm going to do is we'll just, as we have on our slides right here, two things that we're going to do. We're going to decide our product type, which is just, we'll just start with a standard t-shirt. We'll start there just to keep it simple. You guys can choose any product that you want, but we'll start off with a standard t-shirt. And then the design is, like I said, the pit crew. So we've already done this part. We did our research, and during our research process, we came up with a product selection. So we've already done that. And just to give you a reminder, this over here was the shirt that we're going to kind of model after. Ours is going to be a little bit better, but this is the idea or the concept that we gathered, and now we're going to make our own. All right, so I'm going to jump over to HubCart really quickly. And now over in HubCart, this is our POD designer. This is just a trial version of our POD designer. And you guys get access to this trial version. And it's going to be very simple. We're probably going to do a few different steps. I want to try a few different things out to see what AI is going to give us. And depending on how that goes, we'll probably end up making a few different images and then combining them over here in our Canvas editor. The Canvas editor over here is basically like a Canva. Not as many tools, but some cool things that you could do for free that you can't do over in Canva, like have a transparent background. You got to upgrade on Canva to get that. On our system, you'll be able to do that for free. So a few things that I'll show you there that are pretty cool. But first, let's just go ahead and type in our prompt. We're going to type in pit bull. I'm going to type in dog because if I don't, sometimes it'll pull up the wrapper pit bull. So I'm going to type in pit bull dog with 1968 Pontiac GTO in the background. And I could just go ahead and click the magic button now and just see what comes up, but typically it's not going to give us anything cool. Look at that. I mean, it gave us an image, a starter image. That's not the back of a GTO. It's almost, well, that's a little weird right there actually. But it's almost like a realistic image anyways, and I don't know if we want that. Let's define a little bit more of what we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use one of these handy dandy styles. I like the ambient color one that we created. In your own HubCart account, if you had a paid version, eventually you'll be able to add your own styles and all that, but I'm going to just paste in this one, and it adds in all of the keywords and all of that. And because this is an ambient style color, what I want to do is change the color, and well, let's just actually delete that for right now. Let's not have any colors in there. And let's just go ahead and click on magic button and see what we get now. It should give us a design that is, oh wow, that's pretty crisp, pretty clean, but it doesn't have our pit bull in there. Let me just generate another one and just see if that gives us our pit bull. Sometimes we got to generate a few. No, it's not. So what I'm going to do, because the pit bull is the primary piece, I'm going to create that first. I'm going to get rid of Pontiac GTO in the background, and then I'm going to create the pit bull. Hit the magic button again and see what we come up with now. Oh, I really like that. I like the way that pit bull looks. Let's just bring up the bat size a little bit. I'm going to do 8, and I'm going to change my sampler over here. Actually, I'm going to change my sampler before I do the bat size. I just want to make sure that I like the design. I like this sampler. It typically comes out really good, but it takes a little bit longer to produce an image sometimes. So I want to check that out. No, it gave me some weird thing here with the dog and the shirt in the background. I'm going to try it one more time and see what that gives me. Okay, that's looking nice, but his ear is cut off over here. I like where it's going. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scale this up to an 8. So now I get 8 images. Then I'm going to bring my sample size. We'll go up to like a, I don't know, 38. We'll go 38. And then I'm going to go ahead and click the magic button and give it some time to go. Alrighty, our images are done. I'm just going to click open this main image and see if there's any of these I like. I really like this one, but his ear is cut off, and I don't know if I can do anything with that. This one looks really good, and this one looks really cute right there. I really like the way he's looking. These are actually all really good images, but I think the one I want to roll with is this one right here. Maybe we'll grab a couple of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over and find the image that I was looking for. I'm going to go ahead and download this one. So I'm going to hit save and download that one. Let's see, find the other ones that I liked. I liked him, so I'm going to hit download. I'm going to hit save on that again and hit download on that one again. And then I am going to download this one as well, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and download that one as well. So I'm going to hit save and then download that one. And now I have all three of my images. What I could do now is send them over to my processor and remove the background. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to come over to my processor. And I could have just clicked the button over here to send to processor, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just click on the processor because I have three different images and I want to do them individually. And I'll grab that black and white one first. He's got the most crisp outlines and just looking strong and bold right there. So I'm going to go ahead and upload him. And right here, I want to remove the background. So I'm just going to click a background remover. And I'm going to go ahead and click on magic button. And here in about a second or two, it's going to give me the image with the background removed. So now I have a background or an image with a transparent background. I'm just going to go ahead and save that one. Go ahead and click save. And boom, I have it there. And I'm going to get the red one now, the red pit bull. I'm going to bring him over here. And I like the one that was looking up. Let's see if we get that and do the same thing. Remove the background from him. Hopefully it comes out nice and crisp. Nice, it did. I'm going to go ahead. I don't really like the way the ears are looking on this one though. So maybe I won't use that one. We'd have to fine tune it with some prompting to get the ears right. I'm going to go ahead and save it anyways. Save image, save. And then I'm going to grab the final one, drag him over here, hit the magic button again. And boom, there he is. Now it removed part of his body because he was a little faded. He had some stuff going on, but I could, let's try some of these other background removers down here that we have in here. Some of them, they all work different. They're all different AI models. You see it added a little bit more down there. Let's try the human segmenter. That might work for this because this dog is sitting upright. Yep, look, there, gave it a good one. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that image as well. Now we have all three of our doggies with the background removed. I'm gonna come over here to my canvas editor. I'm gonna go to upload and I'm gonna click on this upload button and I'm gonna grab the three dogs that I just had and upload all of them. Now they're all here and I could just drag them out to my canvas and do whatever I want with them, but not yet. We're gonna leave that there. Now that I have them, what I'm gonna do, come back over here to my text to image. And for pit bull dog, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. And I'm gonna type in 1968 Pontiac GTO. Leave everything else exactly the same so that it stays exactly the same type of artwork. Hit magic button again. And the reason why I want to do these separate, for one, it's easier to get the AI to give us what we want simply because oh, look that, I have the batch going already. So it's going to give us 8 of them, but I'm fine with that. They're going to come out all right. So while that's rendering, I'm going to go ahead and just tell you the reason why we want to do them separate is because it allows us to come over here to our canvas editor and drag these out separately and move them around and get a little bit more creative. We have a custom AI model that we're using here for these designs right here. It's not a model that anybody can go out and get. It's specifically for HubCart, made for print-on-demand designs, and they just print really well. And so the way that model has been trained so far is it can only really do one good item in a picture at a time. And so with that being said, we do the items separately. We're going to do the pit bull first, and then we'll do the car second, and then we'll bring them together in the end. And you can see it's going still, but they're coming out pretty good. Excuse me, they're coming out pretty good over here. And so, yeah, let's give it a few more seconds. Okay, they're done now, and let's just click through what we have here. I'm going to open it up. I like this one, nice and clean. I like this one, nice and clean. This actually has 2 cars there. Interesting. Maybe we could use that one. Ooh, this one looks really nice. I actually like this one the most. These two are my favorite. But we might be able to do something with that one. So I'll save those 3. This one looks, yeah, nice. There's some really good ones in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to save a few of them. I'm going to save this one, save image, download, boom, got it saved. Then we're going to go to save image, and I'm going to go ahead and download this one. And skip that one, skip that one. I'll go ahead and save that one, download it, and then this one, download. All right, so now I have all of those over there. What I'm going to do now is come back over here to my processor, and I'm going to remove the backgrounds from these. I want to try the one that has 2 of them on it because I actually really like this one. It's got 2 different cars there that, well, it might work out really well with our dog just sitting up here on the side or something like that. So we'll try that out. Let's see, we'll go with just the U2net for this and hit magic button, see what that looks like. Boom, it gave us both of our cars sitting there. So what I'm going to do is save that, and then let's go to our next one, which was, I like this black one right here. Magic button, remove the background, boom, it's done. Save that one. And then let's see, I had this nice black one over here. Pop in with those colors. See how that turns out. I don't know if that'll turn out too good. It's got a bunch of background colors and whatnot. I don't know if I like that, but we could figure out something if we end up using that one. We'll have to adjust it a little bit, but that's fine. Then I'm going to drag on this one, magic button, and I think that is it. That removed the tire back there, but that'll be fine. I'm just going to go ahead and save it anyways. And then we have our designs. Nice. Now I'm going to come back over here to the canvas editor, and then I'm going to click on that upload, and I'm going to over here, I'm going to upload the images, the car images now. And so that way we have our cars and our dogs. Boom, they're all there. So these are the designs that we just made with all the backgrounds removed. We'll bring on this one first. Now, normally, if you're going to do this for real, you're going to want to use HubCart to scale these. You can go over to image and scale this up and make it 3000 by 3000 pixels, because right now it's 512 by 512, and that's not enough to print. And so if you go to print this, it's not going to look right, and so you're going to want to scale it up. But I do that after I get my design right. After I get it on the canvas how I want it, I'll then go back and scale it up. So let's do this. Let's take this right here. Let's take this doggy, put him on here, and scale him down. I don't know why he's transparent. Oh, it replaced that image. I accidentally replaced the other image, so I gotta scale it up. What ended up happening is when this was highlighted, I drug the dog onto it, and it ended up replacing it. So I'm gonna remove that and then bring him. Let's use this one. I like this one actually, and just drop him there. Oh, it's doing the same thing. I gotta maybe move this off to the side, and then boom, that'll work just like that. Okay. So now I have it on there, and I could bring my doggy down just like this, maybe have him like somewhere right there, and then move this car, maybe get him right here, and then move the cars over. I don't know, that car is looking a little weird there now, so I'm just going to actually ditch that one, and I'm going to bring on this GTO. All right, so this one's looking good. I like that, but it has the tire missing there, so it might not be the best one, but we could do some stuff with that to kind of balance it out and make it look good. All right, then I'm going to take my doggy, I'm going to move him up. I can actually delete it and drag it back, or click on it again, and it'll drop it onto the top. And put the doggy right here, put the car right there, and let's see, what else can we do with this? We have a GTO there. Let's move him, let's make him a little bit smaller, and right there we got the dog, we got the car, and then I'm going to grab a well, first let's take the backgrounds. What color shirt would we want to put this on? I don't know, let's start off with like a grayish color shirt and see what it looks like on there. And this will give us an idea of what it's going to look like on the t-shirt, but if you wanted to have a transparent background, you could do that as well. Let's go back over to the gray, and about maybe about right there, put it on a gray t-shirt. Okay, so we have that, and then we could do things like add in an element right here, and that element, which would be a square, I could just turn it a little bit, give it some sort of I don't know, what we're doing is we're just going to give it some extra stuff in here. And for the sake of the demo, we had that tire missing in the front, so what I'm going to do is try to make something that kind of covers it up. Or actually, you know what, let's do this. I like this idea. So make it big, just like this, and probably about right. Actually, let's go down to the bottom, all the way down to the bottom. But we don't want to fill in our whole canvas, or we can fill in our whole canvas, whatever we want to do, but I don't think so. I think we want things just to pop out a little bit, and actually make this a little bit skinnier, then the items, that way the items pop off of the canvas a little bit. I'm going to drag this up all the way maybe to the top for now. I'm going to click on this position and I'm going to go to the bottom. So now it's on the bottom. But to change the color, I could now go over here and let's make it black. So that way these pieces blend in a little bit more. Then we could go ahead and add some text on there. I'm going to find my text elements over here. I got to scroll up. Yep, there they are. And let's look at some of these options that we already have here. Let's use this one, the buy now. That's actually really clean. I like the way it looks. The text is bold and it's exactly what we want for pit crew. Now we got the pit crew in there. Stretch this out a little bit. Unclick and then click, and then that'll give us some room right there. Boom, pit crew. And we could adjust the colors a little bit if we wanted to. We could take the colors and add in, make it a little bit orange for that. And then the red, we'll just leave the red just like that. Pit crew. Nice. We got a nice little design right there. And then just to give it a little bit more flair, and go back over here. Remember our original image that we had here that had that flag? Let's do something like that. So let's come back over here and let's put, get rid of GTO and put in racing or checkered racing flag. And then we'll go ahead and hit magic button, see what we come out with right here. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt this because it's gonna give me 8 of them. I don't need 8 of them. I'm gonna bring it down to 1 and just give it a second to interrupt. And he clicked it again on accident, but let's see if it gives it out right. No, it's not giving us exactly what we want. I could actually change the style, but before I do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this in parentheses and see if that helps us out a little bit. Checkered racing flag or checkered race flag. Let's do a race flag and see if that helps us out. So now let's give it a few seconds, and it's giving us some weird stuff over here. I don't know if we're really gonna like that. That's well, I don't know. I mean, it's a little weird, but I could see that being racy. But let's not go with that. Let's delete the prompt. We'll leave the negative. Yeah, we'll leave the negative prompt. I'm just gonna pick a standard POD template, and I'm gonna hit magic button again. See if this gives us something a little bit more clear. Just a straight up flag. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Let's do checkered racing. It just doesn't know what a racing flag is. Racing start flag, maybe. I don't know. Let's run that. See what we come up with there. So it's gonna take a few seconds, and for some reason it thinks that this somehow represents racing, and maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know. How about like NASCAR race flag? And I'll go ahead and click that again and see what we come up with. Okay, so that gave us something here that, well, I don't know if I really like that. I mean, it's getting better. What I want to do is I'm going to come over here to my PNG info because we deleted our prompt. What I'll do is I'll bring one of our images over here, and it's going to give us our original prompt. So I'm going to go back and grab that, copy that, and come back over here, and I'm going to leave that flag stuff, but I'm going to drop in the original. Oops, I got to highlight it again. I guess I didn't copy it. Right click, copy. Come back over here, drop in the original prompt, but I'm going to get rid of the 1968 GTO. And then I have NASCAR race car flag, maybe. We'll see that, if that works. But now we're back to our original prompt so that we get the colors that we had. See, this was like a bluish color. Okay, so now it's got a race car because I actually put the word race car in there. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And actually, it's a pretty dang good car, though. I mean, we could add that. We could put that into our design as well. We could take race cars. If you have a NASA enthusiast dad or whatever, whoever you're trying to sell this for, I mean, that's a nice race car. But we're gonna just checkered NASCAR flag. We're gonna try it again with this new prompting and see what we come up with. It's gonna give us some weird t-shirt stuff, but we're getting closer. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to a Euler sampler, and I am going to bring this up, and we'll do 4 of them because I think we're getting close to what we want. Not exactly what we want, but we're getting, we've got the checkered stuff in there. So let's see what it gives us. Give it some time to do that. Okay, designs are done. These are actually some pretty cool designs, cars here. I like this. I don't like the stuff that's going on right there. So normally we could take this over somewhere like Canva. Unfortunately, right now in HubCart over here in our Canva editor, you can't paint over that really good. Although that's what I would normally recommend, is just paint over it and put our words on there and just use that little emblem or something. But we're not really getting that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just get rid of the NASCAR and just type in checkered flag. Maybe that will work. I'm going to bring it back down to batch size of 1 because when I did the size of 4, it just took some time, but it didn't give me what I wanted. And now we got this checkered ball. Nothing like what we wanted. I have checkered flag here. Okay. Now it's giving us something that we could work with. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's something that I could work with. It does look like, the race car flags or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just scale this up to 8, a batch of 8. And we already have the sampler up to 38, so we'll just leave it at that. Matter of fact, we'll bring it down a little bit to 29 or something. Hit button, the magic button, and then let's give it about 45 seconds to a minute to give us our designs. All right, we got our designs, and to be honest, I really like this road one right here. I mean, this one actually fits. We don't even have to do anything with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just go ahead and copy that, save that image. I'm going to keep this one, and let's just bring this over to our Canvas editor. I want to see how this looks just as is. So let me go over here to my upload and just drag this here. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. Pick my image. I got to pick it right here, open it up. And boom, it's there. And now what I'm gonna do is click on it. It'll drop it right there. And I'm just gonna pull this all the way across my canvas, just like that. So where it's fitting the whole thing. I'm gonna go all the way to the back, send to the bottom. And I could leave it like that. I could take this piece right here and hide it really quickly. I'm just gonna make it transparent really quickly just so I could see. And ooh, that actually kind of looks clean. That actually looks clean, and we could actually use this design just like this. I mean, I'm really happy with the way this is coming out. We have the Pontiac GTO there. We have our Pit Bull, and let's just make him a little bit bigger. And then what we'll do for the pit crew, what we could do is we could take this original black that we had and leave it black, but raise up the transparency. And then what we could do is something like this, to where it's colored a little bit to where the letters stick out. We could change these letters to like white or even black. I don't know if I like that. Let's just go back. I liked it the way it was with the red. Let's see what else we could do. We can change some effects like a stroke. We could add in white right there, and we could bring that up. Oops. Click on that again and click on the effect, and then bring that up maybe right there to like a 7. Actually, just go to a 10. Pit crew, we'll do the same thing over here. We'll add a stroke, and we'll go to 10. And it's black, so we could just leave it just like that. And then I could get rid of this probably, and it'll look good, just like that. And so I could bring that right here, bringing this right here, and probably just leave it just like that. Maybe make the pit bull a little bit smaller so that the car stands out a little bit more, and boom. Now that is a nice clean design, right? It's pretty clean. The dog looks cute, the car looks pretty badass. Compared to this is just boring. It's like a little clip art. I mean, that's cool and all, but it's not high quality graphics like this. Now what I would do is I'm just gonna go ahead and download this, save it as an image. Boom, it is downloaded. And I'm gonna come over here to my processor, and I'm gonna bring this on here, the image that I just created. And now in my processor, I'm gonna use an upscaler. I could actually upscale it. Remember, right now it's 512 by 512 pixels. I'm just gonna scale it up 8 times that. So that's gonna be about 4,000 pixels, a little over 4,000 pixels is what it's gonna end up being. I don't wanna remove the background, so I'm gonna make sure that's not selected. And then I'm just gonna choose one upscaler. And for this one, I'm just gonna do this one right here. I like it. And you get into the training, get more advanced training to figure out what to use when. But I'm gonna go ahead and click on the magic button, give it a couple seconds, and it's gonna give me my upscaled image. All right, so with these settings on the free account, it took about 2 minutes to upscale it. to the size that we want. But when you click on it, I mean, it's huge and it's crisp and it's clear. And you can't even see the whole image here just because it's so big. But it's going to be good for printing, and we're going to put it on some mock-ups, and we'll see what it looks like from there. Okay, so now let's move over onto the product side.